someone who knows the way, goes the way, and further shows the way. Hello, I'm Resham and you're watching DNP. Firstly, welcome back to our channel. In case अगर अभी तक आपने हमारे channel DNP को subscribe नहीं किया, what you waiting for? Please कर लें. Thank you. And I'm back with another education related segment. Yes, you heard that right. So आज है हम World Book Fair में, and it is very important to talk to someone who has their experience plus expertise in the field of education. And for that, I'm going to be talking to Mr. Kunwar Shekhar Vijendra, who's the Chancellor of one of the top universities of our nation, that is Shobit University, and know his point of view about the youth of our nation, about, of course, the World Book Fair, and his take on this knowledge and power. So let's jump in. So, sir, firstly, thank you so much for connecting with us. Sir, I would really want to know your take about the World Book Fair and how does it feel to be here?
I'm back to my childhood actually. When you are with physical books, so many physical books, so definitely you feel very, very good, and it is good to see young generation over here. So thanks to the government that still we are having book fairs in India. Secondly, if you could have a feel that thousands and thousands of people are around here. We are talking, we are discussing. So it is not a fair, it is a mela, a festival. So it is a festival of knowledge, festival of learning, festival of books. So it's amazing indeed.
So like you said, ऐसा लग रहा है कि ये फेस्टिवल है, मेला है. So sir, I would really want to know कि आपको क्या लगता है कि यूथ जो है, हम और कैसे यूथ को इंस्पायर कर सकते हैं to be young and dedicated writers according to you? How can we inspire youth to be writers in?
Actually, we have developed a perception that youth is not willing to go through the books, physical books especially. But one thing we have to understand, the feel of the book is completely different. What happened that we stopped reading books and then we blame our children. Okay, so we have to come back to what we were using, what we were doing. And once we will do it, so definitely next generation will do. Secondly, whatever options are coming, you will see that they are limited to a certain knowledge. However, books are also available in digital, but those digital books, I do not think that they are able to impress upon, or that feeling is coming. So things will change, and such initiatives where we are today, they will change the perception also, and they are completely changing even our perception.
So sir, like you said that you're not a fan of digital. So what do you think that can actually tell, or we can something that we can do from our side to shift that student base into the more physical type and not going for digital?
No, question is not shifting from physical to digital. Question is that we have to use optimum utilization has to be there. Like just before this program, I was in a book launch. You're talking about artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence can be a tool, and it can be a devil also. Okay, Chat GPT today, everybody is thinking that it will change the complete scenario. But today only I saw a news that UPSC Prelim 2022, all 100 examinations were put in Chat GPT, and it was not able to pass even the cutoff. So things are there, just we have to balance, and we have to see everything is used as it must be used.
So we know for a fact that the learning graph has changed after COVID. So we will really want to know sir's take on that. Sir, do you think that the learning graph has changed after COVID? So what do you have to say about that?
A lot of change has come, but learning is happening more and more because more possibilities are there. Technology use has started more. And I would like you to ask a question from my colleague. Dr. Madhu Chitkara is sitting here. She is the founder of Chitkara University. So you can talk to her also, and you can have some opinion from them also.
Sir, sir said that it's time to ask the other persons who expertise in education. Ma'am, I would really want to know your take on NEP, the new education policy. When we are in the field of education, I would really want to know your take on that.
Well, but that's a very broad question. I mean, obviously, the NEP is very progressive. It's looking at a wonderful breadth of ideas, and the devil is always in the details, isn't it? And so the details, I believe, is going to be with a lot more digitalization, but it's about the equity of opportunity at the end of the day. How much technology is going to expand opportunity, how much is going to equalize it, and if we can bring more diversity into our classrooms, that'll be great.
So we're actually at a panel discussion on education, skill and changing social and life realities. So, what is planned for today's session?
I don't know if I'm going to be the right person. You have that one to speak for that.
Okay, sure.
We all have our take on how we're going to go about it. I think Shobit here had a great point in which he said you're going to need a university of gumption, of grit, and I think there's something to be said for that. I personally believe in internationalization and opening up opportunities so the world does not feel small, and that we can go beyond assessments and just the last learning outcomes. We are much more than an exam.
True that. Ma'am, if I can get your attention. Ma'am, if you could tell me then what is planned in this panel discussion, and of course, what's your take on changing social and life realities?
I think, first of all, I think we are very happy that we all are here and seeing so much people, great reader here. So I think today SHM has taken that responsibility that we have to talk about NEP, and we have to talk about that how the skilling is to be done using that NEP 2020, and how that knowledge of all the verticals of NEP, all the verticals of SDG, which is to be, I think, achieved 2030. So I think that is all about what we are going to talk about, and we are going to talk about that how the technology and how the skilling is to be done, which is our forte, because we are both are from education. She is from a background of consulting the educational bodies. So I think this is a great mix of people sitting here. He is from SHM. So this group can talk about something which is based on the skilling, the technology, and how it has an impact on our day-to-day life. So I think that is very good. And thank you for giving us this opportunity to be part of your discussion. So thank you.
Thank you so much for coming here, and we have a kind of galaxy of esteemed panelists here with us. They are academicians, they are practitioners, they have been in the field. What we are trying to understand from this session is basically how education, skill and social patterns link together, they are interlinked, and how they are relevant in today's time, especially for the young generation, for youth. And also when someone kind of goes out of university, out of educational institute, that person should have enough ammunition in them, in terms, for the lack of a better word, to kind of survive in this very competitive skills. And these universities are very cutting edge universities, which we have, Chitkara University, and then we have our own Shobit University. So, and we have our own expert also with us, Savina. Our kind of outcome for this session would be to understand their perspective of how NEP, also Industry 4.0, Quality 3.0, now we have now also the digital revolution, how these patterns are kind of superimposing on education and skill domain. So that is what we're trying to gauge from this discussion. Thank you.
I would really want to know your concluding words on today's session.
I spread the message that students and young boys and girls should come to such fairs and see the pleasure and magic of books.
So it's important to see the pleasure of books and knowledge, and that was all for today's segment. In case you like our segment, then please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to DNP. Have a wonderful day ahead.